Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the preparation for the oral examination of electromagnetic engineering. So how you can, what are the things that you have to consider while preparing for the oral exam? So before going for the technical content, I'll just explain that how you can prepare for the oral exam, what are the things are expected, what is the intention of taking the oral exam. The intention of taking oral exam is that in the theory exam you are writing the things, whatever the questions are asked, and that questions you are writing on the paper. Accordingly your knowledge is tested, but what is your understanding level of that particular subject, that can be tested in the oral exam. That's why the oral exams are kept here. And in the oral exam, your knowledge depth is also tested, that how much you are in depth in that particular subject. If you will prepare for the subject like electromagnetic engineering, I understand that you may think that how to prepare for this and from where to start and how to start. So here I am preparing this video so that you can understand that how you can start preparation. In this video, I am trying to give the hint for the questions what I am going to discuss. But here the main thing is that you have to go through the previous videos and you have to prepare your answer in depth. Whatever the answer I am giving here, that is only the hint, but the detailed understanding and elaboration of that answer is needed. So this is what the basic thing that you have to take in your consideration, and accordingly do your preparation for your oral exam. Now in the oral exam, the basic thing is that when you will answer the first question, then you are creating so many multiple questions to the examiner, and examiner take a reference of your answer and create the another question and give all this question to you. So here you can give the answer in a such a way that you can have the discussion in the area which you are comfortable or which you have prepared in a well manner. So these things will come in by the practice, but you can do this. Then the important thing is your depth of understanding. Whatever the knowledge you have, whatever the depth you have in that subject, you try to present. Now sometimes there is a misconception, some student, if they are fluent in English or they are good in communication, they think that I can impress the examiner by my presentation or by my communication skill. So this is not true. It is needed. Yes, when you will present any thing, or when you will present or when you will answer, your good presentation is needed, but it is not the whole thing. Your content are equally important, or they are much important, what I will say. So based on this you can start preparation. So I'll start some technical question. So in this video I'll cover some basics, and later on if required I'll prepare the another video also. While again I'll repeat that whatever the answers or the questions I am discussing, my main intention is to give you the hint for the preparation, but the answers not I am discussing in detail. For that you can refer the previous video or your material what you have, the textbook, and you can prepare in detail, because it is not possible to cover in detail. Okay. So I'll go from the basics of the electromagnetic. So here, if we will go for the electromagnetic engineering, so we can have some application for the low frequency, some application for the high frequency. In the low frequency, we have the electrical machines or the transformer, and for the high frequency, we have the radar, mobile, satellite, and so many other applications. So here the questions may come, that is why you require to go for the high frequency. So the answer is simple, that is you require a bandwidth for the multiple application. So if you will use 1 kilohertz, you will get 1 kilohertz to 2 kilohertz, you get the shorter bandwidth. If you will go for megahertz, so you will get the 1 megahertz to 2 megahertz, that is 1 megahertz bandwidth, which is 1,000 times than the previous. So similarly, as we require the more bandwidth as the applications are increasing, so accordingly you can require a bandwidth. You can supplement your answer by various application, that is You can take the mobile application that previously mobile use only voice. Now data, you are transmitting so much. Video conferencing is there, video call is there, so it require data. Or you are sending so much text. Sorry, you are sending so much video. This that. So accordingly, you can support your answer. Now, the basic thing in the electromagnetic engineering, that is the field, electromagnetic field is the main. So this keyword field, you may ask, that is, you can explain what do you mean by field. So you can start with the definition of field. That is, each point of a region, there is a corresponding value of some physical function. The region is called as field, and it is classified into scalar and vector field. So you can elaborate your answer by explaining what is scalar field, what are the example, and you can give the example. So understanding is more important. Then basic requirement for going for the your electromagnetic engineering. So there are two basic, that is coordinate system and vector analysis. Now in the coordinate system, there may be a question in the oral exam, that is, there are three coordinate systems generally discussed in the electromagnetic engineering at the start, that is Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system, spherical coordinate system. So why you require all these coordinate system? Why not one coordinate system is sufficient? The answer is simple, that in all these coordinate system, if you will have a rectangular shape or the parallelepiped, so Cartesian coordinate system is sufficient. But if you will have a cylindrical shape, then there is an angle, and for representation of an arc, you require a multiple points in Cartesian coordinate system. So to reduce that number of points in Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system will represent it by the single angle, that is angle phi. Or in the spherical coordinate system, you have two angle and one axis. Axes are two angles are theta and phi. So if you will have the vertical angle and horizontal angle, so that can be represent very easily the coordinate system. Now the second question may come, why you require, okay, three coordinate systems are there. Before that, you may have the question, why you require coordinate system? Now in the electromagnetic, there are the waves, and the waves, they are in the space. So there is no base. So to create a base, you require some reference. So to creating a reference, we are using all these coordinate system. Okay, so this may be the simple answers. Now we will go for the next, that is the vector analysis. Oh, sorry. In the coordinate system, you can ask, you may have the questions on the surface calculation in the spherical coordinate system or cylindrical coordinate system. What are the formulas, or how you can calculate? So here there is a test of your mathematics knowledge, how you can implement here in the coordinate system. So you know that the double integration can be used for calculating the surface area and triple integration for the volume. So you can, by the example, you can explain it in the detail. How the limits can be considered, what are the limits for that particular thing that can be considered. Now in the vector analysis, there is the simple understanding the dot product and cross product. So there may be the question, what is the difference between dot product and cross product? So initially you can give the formulas, and based on that you can explain it. But the later on the question may come, what is the physical significance difference between dot product and cross product? Because there is 3 into 2, the answer is single multiplication. So why you require dot product and cross product? So I have prepared a detailed video for that. You can go through that and you will get the answer. Then gradient, divergence and curl. So here you have to explain what is the Dale operator, what is the partial differentiation, and how the gradient, divergence and curl can be used. What is their physical significance, that can be explained. Okay. Now we will go for the electromagnetic engineering, starting from the Coulomb's law. So what is Coulomb's law? You can start with the statement of Coulomb's law, but the question may comes on the constant factor, that is K, and in that you will have epsilon. So what is epsilon? What is permittivity of free space? How it is indicate? What may be the value? Value, if you don't remember, there is no question. But what is the unit of that? So that is the farad per meter. And what is relative permittivity, and how this permittivity has a prominent role in defining the Coulomb's law. So that can be explained. Then we come to the electric field intensity. So how from the Coulomb's law electric field intensity is derived. So that is force that is the force per unit test charge. So force upon test charge. So how the formula is derived? So force upon Q, the unit is force Newton and Q Coulomb. So Newton Coulomb, but in the electric field you are using unit as volt per meter. So how volt per meter is equal to your Newton per Coulomb. So you can explain that how the units are derived. Then we will go for next up, that is the charge configuration. So what are the different charge configurations? So charge configuration, you can have a point charge as we discussed now, then line charge, then surface charge and volume charge. So you have to explain the unit for that, what will be the formula and what is its need, and the example for all these different charges. So this you can explain in the initial case, and then you will require a, uh, a basic understanding of what the understanding of four parameter which are very much important in the electromagnetic, that is electric field intensity. E we have discussed. Now we will go for the D, B and H. So these four parameters are important, so that I'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.